The Galactic Council, a governing body representing the most advanced civilizations in the known universe, is faced with an unprecedented situation. For eons, they have watched over the cosmos, guiding the development of countless species and maintaining the delicate balance of power. But now, a seemingly insignificant race from a small, unremarkable planet has thrown their carefully crafted order into disarray. The council chamber buzzes with a cacophony of voices, each representative trying to make sense of the shocking revelation. Krzyzylak, his bioluminescent skin flickering with agitation, addresses the gathered delegates. Fellow councillors, we have always prided ourselves on our technological superiority. Our cloaking devices have been the cornerstone of our security and the key to our dominance. And yet, these humans, a species barely out of their infancy, have somehow acquired the ability to see through our most advanced stealth technology. This cannot stand. Murmurs of agreement echo through the chamber, as the representatives grapple with the implications of this development. Some express fear, others anger, and a few, a grudging respect for the humans' unexpected capabilities. Zorban, the Luminous Federation's representative, raises a slender, crystalline appendage to speak. While I share your concerns, Krzyzylak, we must not let our emotions cloud our judgment. These humans, primitive as they may be, have accomplished something extraordinary. Rather than viewing them as a threat, perhaps we should seek to understand the source of their power. There may be much we can learn from them. The chamber erupts into heated debate, with representatives divided between those who favor a cautious approach and those who advocate for swift, decisive action. Some call for the immediate annexation of Earth, arguing that the humans' abilities pose a direct threat to the Council's authority. Others, like Zorban, urge restraint and diplomacy, believing that open communication and cooperation may yield greater benefits in the long run. As the Council deliberates, a sense of unease permeates the room. For the first time in their long history, they find themselves facing an uncertain future. The humans, once dismissed as a primitive, inconsequential species, have now become the focal point of the galaxy's attention. Amidst the chaos, a decision is reached. The Council will dispatch a delegation to Earth to assess the situation firsthand. They will observe the humans, gather intelligence, and determine the extent of their abilities. Only then will the Council decide on a course of action. As the meeting adjourns, the representatives disperse to their respective ships, each lost in thought. Krzyzylak, his pride wounded and his resolve hardened, vows to uncover the truth behind the humans' power and to protect the Council's interests at any cost. Zorban, ever the voice of reason, hopes that the mission will provide an opportunity for understanding and cooperation between their two species. Little do they know that their actions will set in motion a chain of events that will forever alter the course of both human and galactic history. On Earth, Lena and her fellow humans remain oblivious to the cosmic drama unfolding around them, unaware that their lives are about to be irrevocably changed. As the Council's ships speed towards the small blue planet, the stage is set for a confrontation that will test the limits of human ingenuity and the boundaries of the galaxy's understanding. The future of both civilizations hangs in the balance, and the decisions made in the coming days will echo through the ages, shaping the destiny of all who call the universe home. As the first rays of sunlight filter through the curtains of her bedroom window, Lena stirs from her slumber, her mind still foggy with the remnants of her vivid dreams. She sits up slowly, rubbing her eyes as she tries to make sense of the strange visions that have been haunting her nights. The images of colossal alien ships, their outlines shimmering against the backdrop of the star-studded sky, have become increasingly persistent, leaving her with a sense of unease and wonder. Lena's husband, Jack, remains blissfully asleep beside her, his gentle snores a comfort in the early morning stillness. She watches him for a moment, envying his peaceful rest and wishing she could share her troubles with him. But Jack, ever the pragmatist, has never been one to entertain notions of the extraordinary. Lena knows that if she were to confide in him about her dreams, he would likely attribute them to stress or an overactive imagination. Sighing softly, Lena slips out of bed and pads barefoot to the kitchen, her mind already racing with the day's responsibilities. As she sets about preparing breakfast, her thoughts drift to her work at the research facility. Lena has always been fascinated by the mysteries of the universe, and her position as an astrophysicist has allowed her to pursue her passion on a daily basis. But lately, her dreams have begun to bleed into her waking life, causing her to question the very nature of the cosmos and her place within it. As she sips her coffee, Lena's gaze is drawn to the small telescope she keeps on the balcony of their apartment. It was a gift from her father when she was just a child, and it has been her constant companion ever since. Lena smiles fondly at the memories of countless nights spent peering up at the stars, dreaming of the wonders that lay beyond Earth's atmosphere. Lost in thought, Lena almost doesn't hear Jack enter the kitchen, his hair tousled from sleep. He wraps his arms around her waist and places a gentle kiss on her cheek. "Morning, love," he murmurs, his voice still heavy with sleep. "You're up early." Lena leans into his embrace, drawing comfort from his presence. "Just couldn't sleep," she replies, not wanting to burden him with the details of her dreams. "I thought I'd get a head start on the day." Jack nods, understanding the demands of Lena's job. As a software engineer, he too knows the pressures of a demanding career. "Just don't work too hard," he teases, grabbing a mug and pouring himself a cup of coffee. "Remember, even brilliant astrophysicists need a break sometimes." Lena chuckles, grateful for Jack's easygoing nature and unwavering support. As they settle into their morning routine, chatting about their upcoming plans and the latest news, Lena tries to push her dreams to the back of her mind. But even as she goes through the motions of her day, the images of the alien ships continue to linger, a constant reminder of the mysteries that lay just beyond her grasp. As Lena steps out of the apartment and into the bustling streets of the city, she can't shake the feeling that her life is about to change in ways she never could have imagined. With each step, she draws closer to the research facility, unaware that her dreams and the strange visions that have been haunting her are about to collide with reality in a way that will change the course of human history forever. The Galactic Council's representatives, hidden from view in their cloaked ships high above the Earth, watch with growing interest as Lena makes her way to work. They sense that she is different, that her mind holds the key to unlocking the secrets of their advanced technology. As they continue to observe her, they begin to realize that the fate of their mission, and indeed the fate of the entire galaxy, may rest in the hands of this unassuming human woman and her incredible, untapped power. As Lena and Kai make their way to the conference room, a palpable sense of excitement and trepidation fills the air. The other members of their research team are already gathered, their faces a mix of curiosity and concern. Dr. Rashid stands at the head of the table, his expression grave as he waits for everyone to settle in. "Thank you all for coming on such short notice," Dr. Rashid begins, his voice steady despite the weight of the information he is about to share. "As you know, our telescope array has been monitoring the skies for any signs of anomalous activity. Last night, we detected several massive objects in Earth's orbit that defy explanation." He taps a few keys on his laptop, and the large screen behind him flickers to life. The room falls silent as the assembled scientists take in the images before them. Massive, shimmering structures hover against the backdrop of space, their outlines blurring and shifting like a mirage in the desert. The shapes are unlike anything they have ever seen before, defying the laws of physics and challenging their understanding of the universe. These objects appear to be cloaked, invisible to the naked eye and undetectable by conventional means, Dr. Rashid continues, his voice tinged with a mix of awe and apprehension. "We have no idea what they are, where they came from, or what their intentions might be. But one thing is clear, this is a discovery that will change the course of human history." As the room erupts into a flurry of excited chatter and speculation, Lena feels a chill run down her spine. The images on the screen are hauntingly familiar, echoing the visions that have been plaguing her dreams for weeks. She glances at Kai, who is leaning forward in his seat, his eyes wide with wonder and disbelief. "This is incredible," Kai breathes, his voice barely above a whisper. "What could they be?" Alien ships? Some kind of advanced human technology that we aren't aware of? Lena shakes her head, her mind racing with possibilities. I don't know, Kai. But something tells me that these objects are connected to my dreams somehow. I can't explain it, but I feel like I'm meant to be a part of this. Dr. Rashid clears his throat, drawing the attention of the room back to the matter at hand. We have a lot of work ahead of us, people. We need to analyze these images, gather more data, and try to determine the nature and purpose of these objects. This is a sensitive matter, and we must proceed with the utmost caution. The world is not yet ready for the truth, and we must be careful not to cause panic or hysteria. As the meeting concludes and the scientists disperse to begin their work, Lena feels a sense of purpose and determination washing over her. She knows that she is on the cusp of something extraordinary, and she is determined to unravel the mystery of the invisible ships and her own inexplicable connection to them. Over the next few days, Lena and her team work tirelessly to gather more information about the cloaked objects. They pore over the data from the telescope array, analyzing the strange radiation signatures and trying to make sense of the complex patterns and frequencies. Lena spends long hours in the lab, barely stopping to eat or sleep, driven by a burning desire to understand the truth behind her dreams and the incredible discovery that has turned her world upside down. As the pieces of the puzzle slowly begin to fall into place, Lena can't shake the feeling that she is being watched. She senses an unseen presence all around her, as if the very fabric of reality is shifting and warping to accommodate the arrival of something ancient and powerful. Little does she know that high above the Earth, the Galactic Council's representatives are observing her every move, their advanced technology allowing them to monitor her thoughts and actions with unnerving precision. As the two worlds inch closer to a collision course that will forever change the destiny of both civilizations, Lena stands at the center of the maelstrom, unaware that the fate of the entire galaxy may soon rest in her hands. She is about to embark on a journey that will test the limits of her courage, intelligence, and humanity, and force her to confront the very nature of existence itself. The tension in the Galactic Council's mothership is palpable as the representatives engage in heated debates, each trying to assert their own viewpoint on how to handle the unprecedented situation unfolding on Earth. The revelation of humanity's ability to detect their cloaked ships has sent shockwaves through the Council, forcing them to confront the reality that their long-held technological superiority may be in jeopardy. Krzyzak, his voice dripping with disdain, addresses the Council once more. We have spent eons building our empire, asserting our dominance over the lesser species of the galaxy. And now, these humans, these primitive beings, dare to challenge our authority? We cannot allow this to stand. We must act swiftly and decisively, before they have a chance to use their newfound power against us. The Zorbax Empire's representative, a hulking, reptilian creature named Zarlan, nods in agreement. Krzyzak is right. We cannot afford to show weakness in the face of this threat. The humans must be taught their place in the galactic hierarchy. A show of force may be necessary to ensure their compliance and maintain our dominance. Zorban, his crystalline eyes flashing with a mix of concern and determination, stands to address the Council. I implore you, my fellow representatives, to consider the consequences of our actions. The humans may have developed an unexpected ability, but that does not necessarily make them our enemies. We have a responsibility, as the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy, to approach this situation with wisdom and compassion. If we resort to violence and aggression, we risk becoming the very thing we claim to stand against. The chamber erupts into a cacophony of arguments and counterarguments, each representative passionately advocating for their own position. Some side with Krzyzak and Zarlan, insisting that the humans must be subjugated or eliminated before they can pose a genuine threat to the Council's power. Others rally behind Zorban, arguing that diplomacy and understanding are the only way to ensure a peaceful resolution to the crisis. As the debate rages on, a new voice emerges from the gathered representatives. Ilara, a slender, ethereal being from the Etherian Consortium, speaks in a soft, melodious tone that somehow manages to cut through the din of the chamber. "Perhaps there is another way," she suggests, her words laden with a quiet authority that commands attention. "The humans have shown a remarkable ability to adapt and evolve, to reach beyond the limits of their own understanding. Rather than seeking to suppress or destroy that potential, perhaps we should seek to harness it." The chamber falls silent as the representatives consider Ilara's words. Some look skeptical, while others appear intrigued by the possibility of a new approach. Zorban, sensing an opportunity, seizes upon Ilara's suggestion. Ilara is right. The humans may have much to offer us, if we are willing to approach them with an open mind and a spirit of cooperation. By working together, we may be able to unlock new frontiers of knowledge and understanding, to build a future that benefits all of us. After much deliberation and debate, the Council finally reaches a decision. They will send a delegation to Earth, as planned, but with a new mandate. The representatives will observe the humans and assess their capabilities, but they will also seek to establish contact and build bridges of understanding between their two civilizations. Each representative will have a role to play in this delicate mission, bringing their own unique skills and perspectives to bear on the challenges that lie ahead. As the Council adjourns and the representatives prepare for their journey to Earth, a sense of uncertainty and anticipation hangs heavy in the air. The future of the galaxy itself may depend on the outcome of their mission, and the choices they make in the coming days will shape the course of history for generations to come. Unaware of the momentous events unfolding above them, Lena and her fellow humans continue their quest for knowledge and understanding, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep-seated belief in the power of the human spirit. As the two worlds inch closer to a fateful encounter, the stage is set for a clash of cultures and ideologies that will test the very foundations of what it means to be human in a universe full of wonder and mystery. Lena's discovery of the peculiar radiation emitted by the invisible ships sends shockwaves through the scientific community. As news of her findings spreads, researchers from around the world begin to take notice, eager to lend their expertise to the groundbreaking investigation. Lena finds herself at the center of a global collaboration, working tirelessly with her colleagues to unravel the mysteries of the alien technology. As the team delves deeper into the data, they begin to notice strange patterns and anomalies that defy conventional explanation. The radiation seems to be interacting with human brain waves in ways that challenge the very foundations of neuroscience and physics. Lena and her fellow researchers find themselves grappling with questions that strike at the heart of what it means to be human, and what it means to be part of a larger, cosmic community. Late one night, as Lena pores over the latest batch of data, she feels a sudden, overwhelming sense of clarity wash over her. The numbers and graphs before her seem to fall away, replaced by a vivid, almost tangible vision of the alien ships and their inhabitants. She sees them as they truly are, not as mere machines or creatures, but as living, sentient beings with their own hopes, fears, and desires. In that moment, Lena understands that the key to unlocking the secrets of the invisible ships lies not in the cold, hard facts of science, but in the warm, pulsing heart of empathy and understanding. She realizes that if humanity is to have any hope of making contact with these alien visitors, they must first learn to see them as equals, as fellow travelers on the great cosmic journey of existence. With renewed purpose and determination, Lena throws herself into her work, pushing herself to the brink of exhaustion in her quest for answers. She spends long hours in the lab, analyzing data, running simulations, and collaborating with her colleagues from around the world. She even begins to reach out to experts in fields beyond her own, seeking insights from psychologists, philosophers, and spiritual leaders who might help her to better understand the nature of consciousness and the interconnectedness of all things. As Lena's research progresses, she begins to notice strange coincidences and synchronicities that seem to guide her towards a greater truth. She dreams of the alien ships more frequently now, and each vision brings her closer to a profound understanding of their purpose and meaning. She begins to suspect that the ships are not merely vessels of exploration or conquest, but living, breathing entities in their own right, imbued with a deep, abiding intelligence that transcends the boundaries of space and time. Unbeknownst to Lena, her discoveries have not gone unnoticed by the Galactic Council's delegation. As the alien representatives observe humanity from their hidden vantage points, they begin to take a keen interest in the brilliant young scientist who seems to be unraveling the secrets of their technology. Some, like Krzyzak, view her as a threat to be eliminated, while others, like Zorban, see her as a potential ally in their quest for peaceful coexistence. As the two sides continue their delicate dance of observation and discovery, the stakes grow ever higher. Lena and her team are on the brink of a breakthrough that could change the course of human history, while the Galactic Council's representatives find themselves increasingly divided over how to proceed. Some argue for a more aggressive approach, while others caution restraint and diplomacy. Through it all, Lena remains focused on her mission, driven by a deep, abiding faith in the power of science and the resilience of the human spirit. She knows that the road ahead will be fraught with challenges and obstacles, but she is determined to see her quest through to the end, no matter the cost. As the invisible ships continue to hover silently in Earth's orbit, and the Galactic Council's delegation watches from the shadows, Lena and her fellow humans stand on the precipice of a new era of discovery and understanding. The secrets of the universe are within their grasp, and the choices they make in the coming days will shape the destiny of both their own species and the countless civilizations that call the stars their home. As the Galactic Council's delegation continues their clandestine observation of humanity, they find themselves increasingly drawn into the complex tapestry of human society. Each representative approaches their mission with a unique perspective, colored by their own experiences and the cultural norms of their respective civilizations. Zorban, the empathetic Luminos, immerses himself in the study of human art, literature, and philosophy. He spends long hours wandering through museums and libraries, marveling at the depth and diversity of human creative expression. In the works of great thinkers and artists, he sees reflections of the same universal truths that guide his own people, and he begins to feel a deep kinship with the human spirit. Krzyzak, ever the skeptic, focuses his attention on human politics and power structures. He attends clandestine meetings of world leaders and influential figures, observing the intricate dance of diplomacy and deceit that seems to govern human affairs. He sees in humanity a reflection of his own people's past, a history of conflict and conquest that they have long since transcended. And yet, even as he remains wary of humanity's potential for destruction, he cannot help but be impressed by their resourcefulness and adaptability. Zarlan, the Zorbak's warrior, studies human military capabilities with a keen eye. He watches as armies train and weapons are tested, analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of Earth's defenses. He sees in humanity a formidable potential ally, or enemy, in the ever-shifting balance of power that governs the galaxy. And yet, even as he assesses humanity's martial prowess, he finds himself drawn to their courage and determination, their willingness to fight and die for what they believe in. Ilara, the enigmatic Etherian, delves into the mysteries of human spirituality and belief. She attends religious ceremonies and gatherings, observing the myriad ways in which humans seek to connect with the divine. In the fervor of human faith, she sees echoes of her own people's transcendent experiences, and she begins to wonder if there may be more to the human experience than meets the eye. As the representatives continue their studies, they find themselves grappling with complex questions of morality, identity, and purpose. They begin to see humanity not as a monolithic entity, but as a diverse and multifaceted species, full of contradictions and complexities that defy easy categorization. And yet, even as they gain a deeper appreciation for the richness of human culture, they cannot shake the sense of unease that grows with each passing day. They know that Lena and her team are getting closer to the truth, and they fear the consequences of a premature revelation. Krzyzak, in particular, grows increasingly agitated as he observes Lena's progress. He sees in her a threat to the established order, a wild card that could upset the delicate balance of power that the Galactic Council has worked so hard to maintain. He begins to advocate for more drastic measures, urging his fellow representatives to take action before it is too late. Zorban, ever the voice of reason, counsels patience and restraint. He argues that they must give humanity a chance to prove themselves, to show that they are ready to take their place among the stars. He believes that Lena and her team may hold the key to a new era of cooperation and understanding between their two species. As the debate rages on, the representatives find themselves at a crossroads. They know that the decisions they make in the coming days will have far-reaching consequences, not just for humanity, but for the entire galaxy. And yet, even as they grapple with the weight of their responsibilities, they cannot help but be drawn ever deeper into the mystery and wonder of the human experience. Unaware of the cosmic drama unfolding around them, Lena and her team continue their quest for knowledge, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep-seated belief in the power of science to unlock the secrets of the universe. Little do they know that their actions will soon bring them face to face with the very beings that have been watching them from the shadows, setting in motion a chain of events that will forever alter the course of both their own history and that of the entire galaxy. As Lena delves deeper into the implications of her groundbreaking discovery, she begins to realize the true scope of its potential impact. The idea that a small group of humans may possess an innate ability to perceive the alien ships is both exhilarating and terrifying, and she knows that she must proceed with the utmost caution. Reaching out to her network of seers, Lena begins to piece together a clearer picture of the phenomenon. She learns that each individual's experience is unique, colored by their own cultural background, personal beliefs, and psychological makeup. Some seers report vivid, almost mystical visions of the alien ships, while others describe more subtle sensations of unease or heightened awareness. As she collects and analyzes the data, Lena begins to see patterns emerging. She realizes that the seers are not merely passive observers, but active participants in a cosmic dance of consciousness and perception. Their abilities seem to be linked to their emotional states, their levels of empathy and intuition, and their willingness to embrace the unknown. Guided by these insights, Lena begins to develop a series of protocols and techniques designed to help the seers hone their abilities and establish contact with the alien visitors. She creates meditation programs, visualization exercises, and even specially designed sensory deprivation chambers that allow the seers to tune out the distractions of the physical world and focus their minds on the task at hand. As word of Lena's work spreads, more and more seers begin to come forward, eager to lend their abilities to the cause. Some are driven by a sense of curiosity and wonder, while others feel a deep moral obligation to help bridge the gap between two civilizations on the brink of a historic encounter. Lena and her team work tirelessly to train and coordinate the growing network of seers, all the while keeping their activities hidden from the prying eyes of governments, media, and other interested parties. They know that the stakes are high, and that any premature disclosure could jeopardize the delicate balance they are trying to achieve. As the seers begin to make contact with the alien ships, they find themselves drawn into a world of breathtaking beauty and unimaginable strangeness. They catch glimpses of advanced technologies, exotic lifeforms, and mind-bending vistas that challenge their very understanding of reality. And yet, even as they marvel at the wonders before them, the seers cannot shake the sense of unease that grows with each passing day. They begin to sense a great conflict brewing among the alien visitors, a clash of ideologies and ambitions that threatens to spill over into the human world. Lena, ever the scientist, begins to analyze the patterns and frequencies of the alien communications, searching for clues that might help her to understand their intentions. She realizes that the key to establishing true contact lies not in the cold language of mathematics and physics, but in the nuanced realm of emotion, intuition, and empathy. With this realization comes a newfound sense of purpose and urgency. Lena knows that she and her fellow seers may be humanity's best hope for navigating the treacherous waters ahead. She redoubles her efforts to establish a dialogue with the alien visitors, to find common ground and build bridges of understanding that might help to avert a catastrophic conflict. As the final pieces of the puzzle fall into place, Lena and her team prepare for the moment of truth. They know that the road ahead will be fraught with danger and uncertainty, but they are determined to see their mission through to the end. With the fate of two worlds hanging in the balance, Lena and the seers stand ready to embark on the greatest adventure of their lives, a journey that will take them to the very edges of human understanding and beyond, into a future that is as vast and full of promise as the stars themselves.